steer. Can do, can do. This guy says the horse can do. If he says the horse can do, can do, can do, can do, can do. This guy says the horse can do. If he says the horse can do, can do, can do. Oh, be called by the news, it's all right. Listen, all these pences in the great last night. I know it's Valentine's, but it's more than mine. This tells me the horse is mine. This tells me the horse likes mud, likes mud, likes mud. I tell you, Paul Revere, now this is no bum steer. It's from a handicapper who's real sincere. I know it's Valentine's, but it's all in line. This guy says the horse can do. If he says the horse can do, can do, can do. I got the horse.
Brothers and sisters, resist the devil and he will flee from you. That is what the Bible tells us. And that is why I'm standing here in the devil's own city, on the devil's own street, prepared to do battle with the forces of evil. Hear me, you gamblers, with your dice, your cards, your horses. Pause and think before it is too late. You are in great danger. I am not speaking of the prison and the gallows, but of the greater punishment that awaits you. Repent before it is too late. Just around the corner is our little mission, where you're always welcome to seek refuge from this jungle of sin. Come here and talk to me. Do not think of me as Sergeant Sarah Brown, but as Sarah Brown, your sister. Join me, brothers and sisters, in resisting the devil, and we can put him to flight forever. Remember, friends, it is the Save a Soul mission, located at 409 West 49th Street. Open all day and all night with a special prayer meeting this Thursday at...
Poor Miss Sarah. I wonder why a doll like her is mixed up in the mission badge.
It's a beautiful doll. She's 100% eyes.
It is too bad that such a doll wastes all her time being good. How can she make any money from that?
Maybe she owns a piece of the mission.
Yeah.
Hey, Betty Falk!
Harry the horse, how are you? You know Nicely Johnson.
Yeah, how goes it?
Nicely, thank you.
Tony, has Nathan in Detroit found a place for his crap game yet?
We don't know yet.
The heat is on.
He's still looking for a place.
Well, tell him I'm loaded and looking for action. I just acquired 5,000 potatoes.
$5,000?
Where did you acquire it?
I collected the reward of his father.
Everybody is looking for action. I wish Nathan finds
Lieutenant Brannigan. Why, Mr. Salisbury is Lieutenant Brannigan of the New York Police Department.
A pleasure.
Any of you guys seen Nathan Detroit?
Well, which Nathan Detroit would that be?
I mean the Nathan Detroit who's been running a floating crap game and getting away with it. I'm moving it to a different spot every night.
Why are you telling us this, Your Honor?
I'm telling you this because I know you two bums work for Detroit, rustling up customers for his crap game.
We do?
Yeah.
Oh.
Tell him for me that I know right now he's running around looking for a spot. But nobody's going to give him a spot because they all know that Brannigan will be breathing down their neck.
Fellas, I'm having terrible trouble. Ever Everybody's scared on account of that lousy Brannigan, and I can't...
Something wrong, Mr. Detroit?
Oh, hello, Lieutenant. I hope you don't think I was talking about you. There are other lousy Brannigans.
Detroit, I've been talking to your two colleagues. I imagine you're having trouble finding a spot.
Well, the heat is on, as you must know from the fact that you now have to live on your salary.
Nathan, did you find a place for the game?
What does that cop want from me? What am I, a sex maniac? I merely run a crap game for the convenience of those who want a little action, in return for which I take a small cut. Is that a crime? Yeah.
Did you find a place for the game?
Did you find a place?
Did I find a place? Did I find... Yes, we are holding the crap game tomorrow night in the Radio City Music Hall.
How are you going to fix the ushers?
I tried all the regular places. The back of the cigar store. The funeral parlor.
Nathan, you once said there would be a chance at the Biltmore Garage.
I was over to the Biltmore Garage. Spoke to Joey Biltmore himself. Said he might take a chance and let me use the place if I give him $1,000.
$1,000?
In cash. He won't take my marker.
What, your marker's no good, huh?
What do you mean? A marker ain't just a piece of paper that says, I owe you $1,000, signed Nathan Detroit. A marker's like a pledge which a guy can't welch on. It's like not saluting the flag. My marker's as good as gold. Only Joey Biltmore don't think so. Don't seem possible, me without a livelihood. Well, I've been running the crap game ever since I was a juvenile delinquent.
Nathan, can't you do something?
What can I do? I'm broke. I couldn't even buy Adelaide a present today. You know what day today is? It's mine and Adelaide's 14th anniversary.
Yeah?
Yeah?
Yeah. We've been engaged 14 years.
Nathan, concentrate on the game. The town's up to here with high players. The Greek's in town.
Randy Bottle Bates.
Scranton Slim.
I know, I could make a fortune, but where can I have the game?
The Biltmore Garage wants a grand.
But we ain't got a grand on hand.
And they now got a lock on the door of the gym at Public School 84.
There's the stockroom behind McCloskey's bar.
But Mrs. McCloskey ain't a good scout.
And things being how they are, the back of the police station is out.
So the Biltmore Garage is the spot.
But the $1,000 we ain't got. If you're looking for action, you'll furnish the spots. Even when the heat is on, it's never too hot. Not for good old reliable Nathan, for it's always just a short walk to the oldest established permanent floating crap game in New York. There are well-heeled shooters everywhere, everywhere. There are well-heeled shooters everywhere. And an awful lot of letters for the fellow who can get us there. If we only had a lousy little grand, we could be a millionaire. It's good old reliable Nathan, 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 Nathan Detroit. If the size of your bundle you want to increase, he'll arrange that you go broke and quiet in peace. In a hideout provided by Nathan, where there are no neighbors to swap. It's the oldest established permanent floating crap game in New York. Where's the action? Where's the game? Gotta have the game or we'll die from shame. It's the oldest established permanent floating crap game in New York. Gentlemen, do not worry. Nathan Detroit's crap game will float again. My boys will let you know where it is.
Okay, Nathan. You know who else is looking for action? Sky Masterson. Sky Masterson's in town.
Sky Masterson? There's the highest player of them all.
Higher than the Greek?
Higher than anybody. Why do you think they call him Sky? I once saw him bet $5,000 on a cockroach. And another time he was sick and he wouldn't take penicillin on account he had 10 G's. His temperature would go to 104.
Did it?
Did it? He's so lucky it went to 106. Good old Sky.
Maybe you could borrow the money from Sky.
Not Sky. With him, that kind of money ain't lending money. It's betting money. So why don't I bet him? Why don't I bet him 1,000 on something?
You would bet with Sky Masterson?
I ain't scared. I'm perfectly willing to take the risk. Provided I can find a bet there is no chance of losing. He likes crazy bets, like which lump of sugar will a fly land on, or how far can you kick a piece of cheesecake? Cheesecake! Oh, look, run into Minnie's restaurant. Find out how much cheesecake he sold yesterday. And also, how much strudel.
How much cheesecake? How much strudel? What do you want to know that for?
Just find out. Now beat it. Here comes Adelaide. If she finds out I'm running the crap game, she'll never set foot on me again.
Hello, Nathan.
Adelaide, pigeon.
You know what I've done. We gotta get back to the hot box.
You still rehearsing?
Yeah, that slave driver Charlie, he's been working on something. Finally, I says, look, Charlie, I gotta get out of here and get something to eat. He says, you don't want to eat, you just want to meet that cheap bum, Nathan Detroit.
So what did you say to him?
I told him, I said, I'll meet whoever I want.
Well, don't upset yourself. How's your cold?
Oh, it's much better. Nathan, happy anniversary.
A present. For me?
I hope you like it.
A belt.
Read the card.
Sugar is sweet and so is jelly. So put this belt around your belly. That's so cute, Adelaide. Look, about your present. I was going to get you a diamond wristwatch with a gold band and 2 rubies on the side.
Then you shouldn't have.
It's all right, I didn't. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I kind of like it when you forget to give me presents. It makes me feel like we're married already.
Well, don't worry, honey. One of these days we'll be in the money, and then you'll have more mink than a mink.
Nathan, I can do without anything, just so long as you don't start running the crap game again.
The crap game? What an absurd thought.
1,200 cheesecake and 1,500 strudel.
Huh?
Yesterday, Mindy sold 1,200 cheesecake and 1,500 strudel.
More strudel than cheesecake. That's great.
Nathan, what is this?
Nothing, honey.
Any news yet?
Not yet. I'll let you know.
Okay, Detroit.
What was that all about?
His wife's having a baby.
Why is he asking you?
He's nervous. It's his first wife. Look, Adelaide, I'm expecting a fellow, and I know you're hungry.
Nathan, you're not trying to get rid of me now, are you?
No, I just don't want your sandwich to get soggy. Fellas, why don't you take Adelaide to the drugstore? You see, you've got a cold, and it's across the street, and there are a lot of open manholes around.
Nathan, you're so thoughtful. You're the sweetest person.
Hey, Masterson, glad to see you. Sky,
Poor Nathan, you old promoter, you.
how you doing, Sky? You look great.
Feel great, Nathan. 2 wonderful weeks out west in Nevada. Beautiful scenery, healthful climate, and I beat him for 50 G's at blackjack.
50 G's? You staying in town long?
No, I'm leaving town for Havana tonight.
Havana?
Yeah, there's a lot of action down there. You want to come with me?
No, I got a lot of things to do. Meantime, how about stopping over to Mindy's for a piece of cheesecake or something?
No, I'm not hungry. So tell me, how's Miss Adelaide?
Oh, fine, fine. She's still dancing at the hot box.
I suppose one of these days you'll be getting married.
Well, we all gotta go sometime.
But we can fight it, Nathan. Guys like us, Nathan, we must realize that as pleasant as a doll's company may be, she must always take second place to aces back-to-back.
Yeah. Tell me, you hungry yet? Maybe we go over to Mindy's for a piece of cheesecake or strudel or something.
No, I think I'll go get the late results.
Oh, but you will admit that Mindy has the greatest cheesecake in the country.
Yes, I'm quite partial to Mindy's cheesecake.
Who ain't? And yet, some like Mindy's strudel. Offhand, which do you think he sells more of, the cheesecake or the strudel?
Well, I don't give it that much thought, but if everyone's like Guy, I might say Mindy sells much more cheesecake than strudel.
For how much?
Huh?
For how much?
Why, Nathan, I never knew you to be the betting man. You always took your percentage off the top.
Well, for old time's sake, I thought I'd give you a little action. I will bet you $1,000 that yesterday Mindy sold more strudel than cheesecake.
Nathan, let me tell you a story.
Oh.
When I was a young man about to go out into the world, my father says to me a very valuable thing. He says it to me like this. Son, he says, I'm sorry I'm not able to bankroll you to a very large start, but having no potatoes to give you, I'm going to stake you to some very valuable advice. One of these days in your travels, a guy is going to come up to you, and he's going to show you a deck of cards in which the seal is not yet broken. And this guy is going to offer to bet you that he can make the jack of spades jump out of the deck and squirt cider in your ear. But son, do not bet this man, for as sure as you stand there, you will end up with an earful of cider. Now, Nathan, I do not claim that you've been clocking Mindy's cheesecake.
You don't think that?
However, if you are looking for some action, I will bet you the same $1,000 that you do not know the color of the necktie you have on. Well?
No bet. Blue. What a crazy color.
Nathan, you took Adeline to the drugstore.
Don't bother me.
Hi, Sky.
Good, how's it with you fellows?
Fine.
Nice. We took Adeline to the drugstore, and she said to be sure to pick her up after the show at the Hot Box, and don't be late.
Yes, dear. I mean, yes.
Yes, dear. Nathan, you are trapped. In Adelaide, you have the type of doll that's most difficult to unload.
But I don't want to unload her. I love Adelaide. And a guy without a doll, well, if a guy does not have a doll, who would holler at him? A doll is a necessity.
Nathan, I'm not putting the rap on all dolls. I just say that they're good to have around when a guy wants them, and they are easy to find.
Not dolls like Adelaide.
Any doll.
Any doll? Not real high-class dolls.
Figuring weight for age, they're all the same.
Not real high-class dolls.
Any doll, you name her.
Any doll and I name her? Will you bet on that? Will you bet $1,000 that if I name a doll, you'll take her to Havana tomorrow?
You got to bet.
I name her.
Her? Dad, cider.
Someday I'm going to take a pickaxe and rip Broadway from end to end.
They do that every day.
Do you take sinners here?
Indeed, we do. Sarah.
How do you do?
My name's Abernathy. Arvide Abernathy.
Sky Masterson.
What's wrong?
What is the trouble?
My heart is heavy with sin.
You poor man.
I've fallen in with evil betting people, and now I've suddenly realized the horrible things it can lead to.
Agatha? Coffee.
Didn't I see you a little while ago on Broadway?
Possibly. I've been trying to build up the courage to come here.
And you're willing to give up gambling?
Gladly. I would have never become a betting man if I hadn't fallen in with evil companions who were always offering me sucker bets.
Here, young man.
Thank you. It makes me feel good just to talk to you people.
You go right on talking to Sister Sarah and you'll be all right. I'm glad you found us.
The Bible says, seek and ye shall find.
Very good. I wish we could find more sinners like you. We're out looking every day.
Well, maybe you should try the nighttime.
How's that?
Well, as a former sinner, I know the best time to find sinners is between midnight and dawn. Maybe you should try an all-night session against the devil.
Very good suggestion indeed. Thank you, Brother Masterson.
You're welcome.
Coffee's so good, it's a wonder it isn't a sin.
Final gentleman, I suppose he sort of looks after you.
We look after each other.
Uh-huh. And so if one of you goes someplace, the other goes along.
Yes, of course.
Of course.
Here's a pamphlet I think you should read. It will give you a good deal of comfort.
Thanks.
And we're holding a special prayer meeting this Thursday, which I'm sure you will wish to attend.
I'm sure. Miss Sarah, I hope you do not think I'm getting out of line, but I think it's wonderful that a beautiful, good-looking, nice-looking lady like you is sacrificing herself for the sake of others. Staying here in this place, do you ever go out much? Travel or something?
I would like to go to Africa.
That's a little far. But there are a lot of wonderful places just a few hours from New York by plane. Have you ever been in a plane?
No.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Here's something else I think you should read.
Thank you, but I need private lessons. My heart is as black as 2 feet down a wolf's gullet.
I'll be speaking at the Thursday prayer meeting.
Look, I need personal help. How about having dinner or something?
I think not, Mr. Masterson.
Sorry, just blossoming under the warmth of your kindness. Hey, that's wrong.
What's wrong?
That's not Proverbs, it's Isaiah.
It's Proverbs?
Sorry, no peace unto the wicked. Isaiah chapter 57, verse 22. Isaiah?
Isaiah.
There's two things been in every hotel room in the country. Sky Masterson and the Gideon Bible. I must have read the good book 10 or 12 times.
You've read the Bible 12 times.
Well, what's wrong with the Bible? Besides, in my line of work, the strangest information often comes in handy. I once won 5 G's on a parlay. Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego.
Tell me, Mr. Masterson, why are you here?
I told you, I'm a sinner.
You're lying.
Well, lying's a sin. Look, I'm a big sinner. If you get me, it's 8 to 5 others will follow. You need sinners, don't you?
We're managing.
Oh, let's be honest, this mission's laying an egg. Why don't you let me help you? I'll bet I can fill this place with sinners.
I don't bet.
Then I'll make you a proposition. When's this big meeting of yours? Thursday night? I will guarantee to fill this place with 12 genuine sinners. And I'll guarantee that they will sit down and listen to you.
And what's my end of the bargain?
Have dinner with me.
Why do you want to have dinner with me?
I'm hungry. Here,
What's this?
Sky Masterson's marker for 12 sinners. If you don't think it's good, ask anyone in town. I owe you 12 sinners. I'll pick you up tomorrow at noon for dinner.
At noon?
Well, it'll take us some time to get there.
To get where?
To my favorite restaurant,
Which is where?
El Cafe Cubana in Havana.
El Cafe Cabana. Havana.
Well, where did you want to eat? Howard Johnson's?
Havana?
Yeah, the plane gets us there in 5 hours and back the same night. And the food's great.
I now realize, Mr. Gambler, that when describing the blackness of your heart, you didn't do yourself justice.
And I now realize, Sister Sarah, that as beautiful as a sergeant may be, she's still a sergeant.
Please go away.
Oh, come on, Sarge. Why don't you change your pitch? Come, one and all to the mission. Except guys. I hate guys.
I don't hate anybody.
Except me. And I'm glad to know it's just me personally and not all guys in general. It's nice to know that somewhere in the world there's a guy that will appeal to the sergeant. I wonder what that guy will be like.
You will not be a gambler.
I do not wish to know what he won't be like. I want to know what he will be like.
Don't worry, I'll know. For I've imagined every bit of him, from his strong moral fiber to the wisdom in his head, to the homey aroma of his mind.
Have wished yourself a Scarsdale Galahad, the breakfast-eating Brooks Brothers type.
Yes, and I shall meet him when the time is ripe.
You got the guy all figured out.
I have.
Including what he smokes. All figured out, huh?
All figured out. Oh no, when my love comes along, I won't take a chance. For he'll be just what I need, not some fly-by-night Broadway romance.
And you'll know at a glance by his 2 pair of pants.
Oh no, by that calm, steady voice, there's feet on the ground. Oh no, as I run to his arms, that at last I've come home safe and sound. Until then, I shall wait. Until then, always when my love comes along.
No. This is love you're talking about. You can't dope it like that. What are you picking, a guy or a horse?
I wouldn't expect a gambler to understand.
Well, would you like to know how a gambler feels about the big heartthrob?
No.
Well, I'll tell you. Mine will come as a surprise to me. Mine I leave to chance and chemistry.
Chemistry?
Yeah, chemistry. Suddenly I'll know when my love comes along. I'll know then and there. I'll know by the sight of her face. How I care, how I care, how I care. And I'll stop, and I'll stare, and I'll know long before we can speak. I'll know in my heart, I'll know, and I won't ever ask, am I right, am I wise, am I smart? But I'll stop, and I'll stare at that face in the throng. Yes, I'll know when my love comes along. When my love comes along. I'll drop by again in case you want to take a crack at the other cheek.
Take a chance. My love will be just what I need. Not some fly-by-night Broadway romance. Until then, I shall wait. Until then, love is wrong. For I'll know when my love comes
Hello? Hello, is this the Biltmore garage? Let me talk to Joey Biltmore.
Who's this?
Nathan Detroit.
This is Joey. What do you want?
I'm calling about the, you know, the crap game. The crap game.
Wait a minute. I have a customer.
Hurry it up, will you?
That'll be $8. What'd you say, Nathan?
The crap game.
Don't say that on the phone. It's called the hack surgeon.
I'm sorry, the dice game. Look, Joey, is it okay if I use your place tomorrow night?
If I get $1,000,
I'll have it tomorrow.
then call me tomorrow.
Look, Joey, if you're going to take that attitude, I'll have the game someplace else.
Then have it someplace else.
Where else can I have it? Joey, the dough is guaranteed. Would I lie?
Yes.
I'm getting it from Sky Masterson.
How do you know?
It's a bet. I can't lose. I bet him he could not take a doll to Havana.
Why couldn't he?
Because she ain't the kind of doll that goes to Havana.
Where does she go?
She don't go no place. That's why I know I'm going to win.
Don't be so sure. It ain't a horse, it's a dog.
But Joey,
Nathan, there will be no crack in here tomorrow unless I get my dough in advance.
Joey, you've known me for a long time.
That's why I want it in advance.
Well, I can't talk no more. I got to meet Adelaide at the Hot Box. Just one thing. Can I at least tell the boys the game's going to be at your place?
Not till I get the dough.
Okay, you'll get it. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Hope you get stabbed by a Studebaker.
And now for a grand finale of Around the World Review. The Hot Box takes you down to the farm with our star, Ms. Adelaide and the Hot Box Farmettes.
bushel and a peck, a bushel and a peck, and a hog around the neck, hog around the neck, and a barrel and a heap, barrel and a heap, and I'm talking in my sleep about you. About you? About you. I'm sleeping, have trouble sleeping. 'Cause I love you, a bushel and a peck, you bet your pretty neck I do. Diddle-diddle-diddle, diddle-diddle-diddle, diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle. Diddle-diddle-diddle, diddle-diddle-diddle, diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle. I love you, a bushel and a peck, a bushel and a peck, though it beats me all the heck, beats me all the heck. How will every ten will fall when I want to keep my arm about you. About you, about you. The cows and chickens are going to the dickens. 'Cause I love you, a bushel and a peck, you bet your pretty neck I do. Diddle-diddle-diddle, diddle-diddle-diddle, diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle. Goodbye now. Diddle-diddle-diddle, diddle-diddle-diddle, diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle. Hello, Nathan here.
Hello, Piefish.
How are you, handsome?
Fine, what have you got there?
A book.
A book? You're always reading books. You're becoming a regular bookie.
Nathan, this book is very interesting. The doctor gave it to me. I went to him about my cold.
How is your cold?
It's the same. So the doctor asked how long I had it, and I said, a long time. I said, I thought it was on account of my dancing without hardly any clothes on, but that's what I usually wear. So the doctor said to read this book because it might be due to psychology.
You haven't got that, have you?
No, this is the kind of psychology that tells you why certain girls do certain kinds of things.
Oh, would it tell you if a certain kind of doll would go for a certain kind of guy, but you wouldn't think she would do so?
What do you mean?
Just for instance, there are certain dolls you can almost bet wouldn't go for certain guys.
Nathan, no matter how terrible a fellow seems, you can't be sure that some girl won't go for him. Pick us!
Yeah.
Nathan, starting with next week, I'll be getting a raise. And with what I'll be making, I thought, maybe we could finally get married.
Well, of course we're going to, sooner or later.
I know, Nathan. But I'm starting to worry about my mother.
Your mother? What about your mother?
This is something I never told you before, but my mother, back in Rhode Island, she thinks we're married already.
Why would she think a thing like that?
Oh, I couldn't be engaged for 14 years, could I? People in Rhode Island just don't do that. They all get married.
Then why is it such a small state?
Well, anyway, I wrote up I was married.
You did, huh?
Uh-huh. And then, after about 2 years,
What after about 2 years?
we had a baby.
You told your mother we had a baby?
Uh-huh. I had to. All those years, mothers wouldn't have understood if we hadn't.
What kind of baby was it?
It was a boy. I named him after you, Nathan.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And where's Nathan Jr. supposed to be now?
I wrote Mother that he's in boarding school. He won the football game last Saturday.
I wish I had a bet on it.
But Nathan, that's not all.
Don't tell me he has a little sister.
All those years, Mother believes in a big family.
Just give me the grand total.
5.
Your mother must be a glutton for punishment.
Anyway, we'll be getting married, and it won't be a lie anymore.
But what'll I tell her? What'll I tell her when I meet her? I traded the kids to the Phillies or something?
Nathan, we could get married.
But marriage ain't something you jump into like it was a kettle of fish. We ain't ready.
Nathan, I'm ready. Nathan, what do you think I got in this box? What do you think I got here in this box?
Sally's wedding shop. I couldn't guess.
It's a wedding veil. I've had it for 3 years. I won't show it to you, because it's bad luck. Would you like to see it?
It's bad luck.
Anyway, I've got the wedding veil. Now all we need is our license and our blood test.
Our what?
Our blood test. It's a law.
What a city. First they closed my crap game, then they opened my veins.
Makes sense. You're not planning on running the crap game again now, are you?
Adelaide, how could you think such a thing? Why do you think I give up the crap game? It's because I love you, and I want us to be the happiest married couple that there is in the world.
Have any of you seen my earring? I don't think so.
I was all day at Pound Siding Axe, and he breaks it on account of your dopey crap game. Honestly, Adelaide, I pity you. There it is.
Adelaide, look at me. I'm down on my knees.
Get up! It reminds me of your crap game.
Adelaide, you're getting yourself all upset. You and I are going to be all right. After all, we love each other, and we're going to get married.
I don't believe you anymore.
But it's true. Come on, cheer up. Let's see that old smile. That's my girl. See you tomorrow.
It says here in this book, the average unmarried female, basically insecure, due to some long frustration, may react with psychosomatic symptoms difficult to endure, affecting the upper respiratory tract. In other words, just from waiting around for that plain little band of gold, a person can develop a cold. You can spray her wherever you figure the streptococcus like. You can give her a shot for whatever she's got, but it just won't work. And she's tired of getting the fisheye from the hotel clerk. A person can develop a cold. It says here, the female remaining single, just in the legal sense, due to some long frustration, may react with psychosomatic symptoms difficult to endure, affecting the ear, the eye, the nose, and the throat. In other words, just from wondering whether the wedding is on or off, a person can develop a cough. You can feed her all day with the vitamin A and the bromo fizz, but the medicine never gets anywhere near where the trouble is. If she's getting a kind of name for herself and the name ain't his, a person can develop a cough. And furthermore, from stalling the wedding trip, a person can develop la grippe. When they get on the train for Niagara, she can hear church bells chime. The compartment is air conditioned and the mood sublime. Then they get up at Saratoga for the 14th time. A person can develop la grippe, la grippe, la post-nasal drip, with the wheezes and the sneezes and the sinus. It's really a pip. From lack of community property and a feeling she's getting too old, a person can develop a bad cough.
Following Miss Sarah, and you should have seen her. She gave him a look that would have cooled off a moose at mating time.
Great, just so we don't take the doll to Havana.
Havana, he could not take this doll to New Rochelle. Where is Nathan? He ought to be lining up the game by now.
I think he's trying to see Adelaide. She's mad at him again.
Then Miss Adelaide, she is always taking his mind off honest work.
It's too bad that a good businessman like Nathan has to go and fall in love with his own fiancée.
Benny, that is his weakness, and I am told we should be tolerant, for I am told it is a worldwide weakness. Look. What's playing at the Roxy? I'll tell you what's playing at the Roxy. Picture about a Minnesota man so in love with a Mississippi girl that he sacrifices everything and moves all the way to Biloxi. That's what's playing at the Roxy.
What's in the daily news? I'll tell you what's in the daily news. Story about a guy who bought his wife a small Rudy with what otherwise would have been his union dues. That's what's in the daily news.
What's happening all over? I'll tell you what's happening all over. Guy sitting home by the television set who once used to be something all over.
That's what's happening all over. Always the thing that's its victim, and it looks like it's just another victim.
Yes, sir, when you see a guy reach for stars in the sky, you can bet that he's doing it for some dough.
When you spot a jumping up the ring, chances are he's insane. It's only a child before a chain.
When you meet a gent paying all kinds of rent for a fun that wet the Taj Mahal.
Call it sad, call it funny, but it's better than even money. That the guy's only doing it for some dough.
When you see a Joe saving half of his dough, you can bet they'll be making it for some dough.
When a bum buys wine like a bum can't afford, it's a cinch that the bum is under the thumb of some little broad.
When you meet a mob, take me out of the jug, and he's still leaking platinum goldenrod.
Call it hell, call it heaven, but it's probable 12 to 7 that the guy's only doing it for some dough.
Run short, you can bet that he's making it with some dough.
When a guy wears tails with the front gleaming white, who the hell do you think he's tickling pink on Saturday night?
When a lazy slob takes a good steady job, and he smells from Quickel's and Barbasol.
Call it dumb, call it clever, I'm treating it lasts forever. That the guy's only doing it for some dough, some dough, some dough. The guy's only doing it for some dough.
Well, we finally lost him.
I do think you should have paid some attention to him.
Yes, you attended every street meeting we had this morning. You must be very interested in our work.
Very.
By the way, you spoke beautifully this morning, Sarah.
No, I can't reach these people. I never should have volunteered for this post. Why don't you go in and have lunch? And I was going to convert Broadway all by myself. I was going to take these gamblers and have them just begging from General Cartwright.
Good morning, Sarah.
Good morning, General.
Marmalade.
We didn't know you were coming to town, General.
I spent the last hour looking for you.
Oh, I'm sorry. We've been holding some extra street meetings, trying to stimulate some more interest.
Oh, good morning, General.
Good morning. Sarah, there's something I need to talk to you about.
Won't you come have some lunch with us?
No, I don't have time, dear. Sarah, there are several other calls I have to make. And we at headquarters have come to a definite conclusion. We have decided to close this branch of the mission.
Oh, no.
Close the mission?
But General, please. Someone can do good here, even if I can't.
Sarah, there are so many calls on us. So many other places where our work is really needed.
But you can't close the mission.
Pardon me. I couldn't help overhearing. General, my name is Sky Masterson, former sinner.
How do you do?
How do you do? I wish to protest the closing of this mission. I believe Miss Sarah can be a big success here.
I'm glad to say that, but I'm not so certain.
$1 will get you 10.
What?
Might I make a suggestion?
Yes.
Why don't you come to the meeting and find out for yourself? Don't you think that'd be a good idea?
Well, if I thought the mission had a chance.
General, I personally guarantee you 12 genuine sinners.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Y'all got your red carnations?
Yeah.
Remember, no one gets in without they got their red carnation. It's like a password.
Okay, but where's the game?
I'll tell you in a minute, just settle down.
Not yet. I gotta stall him for a while. Joey wants his dough first.
What do I tell him?
Well, I don't know. What am I supposed to do? The money is supposed to go to Nicely at the hotel. It'll be there.
What if it doesn't come? What?
It'll be there. It's got to. Where's it up?
It hasn't come yet.
I told you to wait for it.
I had to get some groceries. I felt a little faint.
Get back to the hotel and wait for the money from Sky, and don't come back here without it even if you starve to death.
Okay, Nathan.
Where's the game, Detroit?
Hey, here the horse. How are you? How's everything in Brooklyn?
Nathan, if you have no place for the crap game tonight, tell us, and we will seek elsewhere for entertainment.
Now take it easy, Harry.
Nathan, I hope there's a crap game tonight. And as much as I happen to be entertaining a very important guest, I'd like you to meet Big Julie from Chicago.
Why, how do you do, Big Julie? Welcome to our fair city, in which, as you know, the heat is on. But just be patient, and you'll get some action.
What do you say, Big Julie? Shall we stick or shall we blow?
I came here to shoot crap. Let's shoot crap.
Sure.
Nathan, if there's no crap game tonight, Big Julie will be considerably displeased. And Big Julie does not like to be displeased, as you can find out from other citizens, but one time or another displeased him. Although, I will admit, it's hard to find them and view the fact they are no longer around and about.
Why, Harry, you don't think I would be so rude as to displease a gentleman like Big Julie here, do you? Big Julie, believe me when I tell you that when Nathan Detroit arranges something, you can count on it that...
Well, an interesting gathering indeed. The cream of society. Angie the Ox, Society Max, Rusty Charlie. Hey, Mary the Horse all the way from Brooklyn. And, pardon me, I'm very bad with names, but your face looks familiar. You mind telling me where you're from?
East Cicero, Illinois.
Oh, what do you do there?
I'm a scoutmaster.
Don't ever help my mother across the street. Lovely! This looks like the all-male chorus from Blossom Time. What's the occasion?
Well, it's
It's a party.
A party, indeed. What kind of party?
It's a bachelor party. Nathan's getting married.
Goodbye, Mercy.
What? That is correct, Lieutenant. It's a bachelor dinner. Nathan's getting married.
Yes, sir. For he's
He's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, which no dude cannot deny.
Nathan, I'm so thrilled. Why didn't you tell me?
It was a surprise.
Oh, but when I saw you standing here with all these fine gentlemen, I never imagined it was a bachelor dinner. I thought it was.
Oh, it's a bachelor dinner.
It's a bachelor dinner.
Yes, it's a bachelor dinner.
Just think, after 14 years, I'm finally going to become Mrs. Nathan Detroit. Gee, time certainly does fly, doesn't it?
Tell me, Nathan, when's the happy day?
Yeah, what will it be, Nathan?
Well,
Nathan, these good fellows are nice enough to throw you a bachelor party. You can at least tell them the wedding date.
we need time for a license and our blood test.
Gee, wouldn't it be great if we could get married tonight after the show at the Hot Box?
Adelaide, we
Hey,
need
you
time
know-
for a what?
Hey, you can drive down to Maryland. What's the name of that town?
Pimlico.
Oh, no, not Pimlico. Upton. They'll marry you right away. They don't even ask for a blood test.
Ain't that unhealthy?
Nathan, that's a great idea. Look, I'll lend you my getaway car. My Buick.
Nathan, let's do it.
Well, what the hell?
Yeah, Nathan, my congratulations, too. I just hope there's nothing in heredity.
I got so many things to do before tomorrow night. You'll be at the show at the Hot Box.
I'll have a table reserved, and I'll be all dressed up in whatever you'll open.
Gee, I'm so
so happy. I ought to wire my mother. Only, what'll I wire her?
Send a telegram and date it back.
I better wait till we have 5 children. It won't take us long.
Nathan, you're indeed a lucky fellow. Don't you agree, Big Julie?
So tell me, how long you know the doll?
14 years.
Let's shoot crap. What about the game?
What can I do? The money from Sky ain't come yet.
Well, maybe it isn't gonna come. Maybe he took the doll to Havana.
How could he? He couldn't have. She couldn't have gone.
Where to?
See the oldest. Don't miss the dungeon from which the prisoners were thrown to the sharks.
Sounds like a million laughs.
Here's buried Christopher Columbus.
At least he's lying down. Would you like something to drink?
A milkshake, please.
Doce de leche.
Dos. Tres. Dos. These are delicious. What do you call them?
Doce de leche.
Dulce de leche. What's in it besides milk?
Oh, sugar and sort of a native flavoring.
What's the name of this native flavoring?
Bacardi.
Bacardi. It's very good. I think I'll have another. Doesn't Bacardi have alcohol in it?
Only enough to act as a preservative.
You know, this would be a wonderful way to get children to drink milk.
Live entertainment. You got some. You got a My mic cable.
Take it easy.
Slugger, it's over and you're still champ. Are you all right?
Am I all right? Ask me. How do I feel? Ask me now that we're cozy and clinging. Well, sir, all I can say is if I were a bell, I'd be ringing. From the moment we kissed tonight, that's the way I've just got to behave. Oh, if I were a lamp by night, or if I were a bell by day, how do I feel? Look to me with my quiet upbringing. Well, sir, all I can say is if I were a minute swing, and if I were a watch, I'd start popping my spring. Or if I were a bell, I go ding-dong, ask me, how do I feel from this chemistry lesson I'm learning?
Chemistry?
Yeah, chemistry. Well, sir, all I can say is if I were a bridge, I'd be burning. Yes, I knew my morale would crack from the wonderful way that you looked. Boy, if I were a duck, I'd quack. Ask me, how do I feel? Ask me now that we're fondly caressing. If I were a salad, I know I'd be slashing my dressing. Ask me now to describe this whole beautiful thing. Well, if I were a bell, I'd go Savannah is so wonderful. Why don't we stay here for a couple days and see how wonderful it's really like?
We better hurry if we're gonna catch the plane back to New York.
I don't want to go back to New York.
I'm taking you back.
You're no gentleman.
Look, a doll like you shouldn't be mixed up with a guy like me. It's no good. I'm no good. You know why I took you to Havana? I made a bet. That's how I met you in the first place. I made a bet.
How else is a girl supposed to meet a gambler?
Come on.
No, no.
I gotta think what's best for you.
Oh, you talk just like a missionary. Thank you for bringing me back. I must have behaved very badly.
No, you were fine.
Golly, I don't know how to get the rest of this stuff home. It was wonderful of you to give it to me. Oh, Spy, hello.
How are you, Miss Adelaide?
Oh, sorry, look. The girls went to a all-night kitchen, gave me a kitchen show and went to an all-night drugstore and surprised me with a kitchen show. See?
Vulgar jewelry.
That's wonderful, Miss Adelaide.
You know, we're looking to be married tomorrow night after the show at Popeyes. Nathan and I.
Good luck.
Oh, thank you.
You know Miss Sarah.
How do you do?
Glad to meet you. Gee, I'm gonna love being a housewife. I'm gonna love being in the kitchen. I've tried all the other rooms.
Miss Adelaide sure seems happy.
She's in love.
Yeah, I guess so.
What time is it?
I don't know. 4 o'clock maybe?
This is your time of day, isn't it? I've never been up this late before.
How do you like it?
It's so peaceful and wonderful.
You're finding something out I've known for quite a while.
My time of day is the dark time, a couple of deals before dawn, when the street belongs to the cop, and the janitor with the mop, and the grocery clerks are all gone, when the smell of the rain-washed pavement comes up clean and fresh and cold, and the street lamp light fills the gutters with gold. That's my time of day, my time of day. And you're the only girl I've ever wanted to share it with me. Obadiah.
Obadiah? What's that?
Obadiah Masterson. That's my real name. You're the first person I've ever told that to. I've never been in love before. Now all at once it's you forevermore. I've never been in love before. I thought my heart was safe. I thought I knew the score. But this is wine that's all too strange and strong. I'm full of foolish song, and out my song must pour. So please forgive this helpless haze I'm in. I've really never been in love before.
I've never been in love before. Now all at once it's you forevermore. I've never been in love before. I thought my heart was safe, but I knew the score. But this is wine that's all too strange and strong. I'm full of foolish song, so out my song must pour.
So please forgive this helpless haze I'm in. I've really never been in love before.
Grandfather! I thought you'd be asleep.
Hello, Sarah, dear. Good morning, Brother Masterson.
Good morning, Brother Abernathy.
We took your advice. We were out all night talking to sinners. Where have you been, Sarah?
I've been to Cuba.
You're more tired than I am.
Hey! What is this? What the hell is this?
Someone must have tipped him off. I've seen a lot of strange things in my life. This is the first time I've seen a crap game going on full blast in a mission.
Sarah, you know I had nothing to do with this. Sarah?
Never would have happened if I never should have gone with you. It was wrong.
No, it wasn't. You went to save the mission.
Did I?
Look, what kind of a doll are you anyway?
I'm a mission doll.
And now for the feature number of the evening. The Hot Box proudly presents Ms. Adelaide and her debutante.
was late 48. I recall that last night in his apartment, he tried to remove them all. And I said as I ran down the hall, take back your mink, take back your pearls. What made you think that I was one of those girls? Take back the gown, the shoes and the hat. I may be down, but I'm not flat as all that. I thought that each expensive gift you'd arrange was a token of your esteem. Now when I think of what you want in exchange, it all seems a horrible dream. So take back your mate from whence it came and tell 'em to harmonize it for some other day. Take back your mate, take back your pearls. What made you think that I was one of those girls? I'm screaming, take back the gown, take back the hat. I may be down, but I'm not flat as all that. Thought that each expensive gift you'd arrange was a token of your esteem. But when I think of what you want in exchange, it all seems a horrible dream. I'll take back your mink, those old worn-out pelts, and go shorten the sleeves for somebody else. Well, wouldn't you?
Sky, have you seen Miss Adelaide?
Huh?
I bring her a message from Nathan. I wish Nathan would bring his own messages.
Where is Nathan? What's the message?
It's this one. Nathan, aunt in Pittsburgh, was suddenly taken ill.
With a rare tropical disease.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Nicely. Where's Nathan? What's the message?
The crap game is still going on.
Since last night.
Well, Big Julie being a large loser does not wish the game to terminate. In fact, he is most insistent. So we find a new place and the game goes on.
Where is the game?
Are you looking for some action?
No, but I do wish to speak to some of the people. You see, Nicely, I gave my marker to, well, somebody, and I'd like to clear it up before I leave town.
Did you catch the late results, the horse track?
No, I heard Periwinkle did pretty good.
Thank Paul. I'll meet you outside.
Well, what about Nathan's message?
Oh, Nathan is in Pittsburgh with a rare tropical launch. Goodbye.
What? I don't understand. They have to come to me. We're looking to be married. Is it the crap game again?
You know Nathan. Why does it surprise you?
But he probably changed.
Change. Why is it the second a doll like you gets a guy she likes, she takes him right in for alterations?
What about you men? Why can't you marry and live lives like normal people and have a house with wallpaper? And bookends?
No, Miss Adelaide.
No. What do you mean, no?
Well, guys like Nathan Detroit and, yeah, Sky Masterson, we don't belong in a life like that. So when a doll gets mixed up with guys like us, it's no good. No good. See you in a couple months.
Where are you going?
I don't know. Las Vegas, maybe? Got a ticket on the late plane.
Will you see Nathan before you go?
Maybe.
Tell him I never want to talk to him again and have him call me here tomorrow.
Look, why don't you find a different guy?
I can't. I love Nathan. Wait till you find someone. You'll find out.
Yeah.
It's hours just from sitting alone at a table reserved for two. A poison can develop the flu. You can wrap her in a woolies, and I mean the warmest friend. You can bundle her coats and sweaters till it's more than her frame can stand. If she still gets a feeling she's naked from looking at her left hand, a poison can develop the flu, the flu. 103.2, so much virus inside that a microscope slide looks like it made the zoo. Just from watching her memories and writing, and a story that folks can be told. A poison can develop a cold.
Not so fast, Sarah, not so fast. Suppose we don't have a big meeting tonight. Suppose no one's there at all. We'll just explain to the general.
We won't have to explain. It'll be very clear. I just want to get away from this place. Go someplace where
The sinners are all respectable and well behaved,
you saw what happened last night. They gambled in our mission.
and someday they'll pray there. Even a guy like Sky Masterson, he came seeking refuge.
Came seeking me. Did you know that?
Are you kidding? I knew that the minute he started picking on you. But I didn't think you were going to get hooked on him.
I'll get over it.
What's there to get over? It isn't pneumonia.
The man I love will not be a gambler.
But if you love him enough,
He will not be a gambler.
Sarah dear, I've always taken care of you. All I want is for you to be happy. Velvet, I can wish you for the color of your coat and fortune smiling all along your way. But more I cannot wish you than to wish you find your love, your own true love this day. Mansions, I can wish you 7 horsemen all in red, and calling cards up on a silver tray. But more I cannot wish you than to wish you find your love, your own true love this day. Standing there, gazing at you, full of the bloom of youth. Standing there, gazing at you, with the sheep's eye and the licorice tooth. Music, I can wish you merry music while you're young, and wisdom when your hair has turned to gray. But more I cannot wish you than to wish you find your love, your own true love this day. With the sheep's eye and the licorice tooth and the strong arm to carry you away.
Masterson.
Brother Abernathy, how goes the soul saving? Tonight's the big meeting, isn't it?
Well, it's supposed to be. The general's coming, and she's expecting a
The
lot.
general's a tough doll, eh?
Well, not many people are going to be there. In fact, nobody.
I don't think Mr. Masterson is interested in our troubles, Grandfather. We've got to hurry.
Miss Sarah, you've forgotten something. But being a gambler, I do not forget things like this. You hold my marker for 12 sinners.
Thank you, Mr. Masterson, but I'd rather you forgot about it.
I cannot welch a marker.
Mr. Masterson, last night the mission was filled with your friends. Let us say we're even.
If you don't pay off that marker, I'm telling the whole town you're a dirty welcher.
Nicely, where's the game?
Well, Sky is about 10 minutes walk from here.
Which way?
This way.
Wait a minute. Where are y'all going? I came here to shoot crap.
Let's go home.
You see, Big Julie, the boys are slightly fatigued from weariness, having been shooting crap for quite a while now, namely 24 hours.
I do not care who is tired. I'm out 25 G's, so nobody leaves.
Gentlemen, I begin to see the logic of Big Julie. It is not that Big Julie is a bad loser. It is merely that he prefers to win. Right, Big Julie?
I'm rolling 500. Give me the dice.
Here, take 200.
I'm half dead.
If you're not shut up, Big Julie will arrange the other.
And it's a 1 and a 1. Snake eyes, you lose, and $50 for the house. But the dice are still yours, and your luck is
Shut
bound
up.
to...
Another 5.
Here, take another 2.
And here comes that big lucky roll. And it's snake eyes again.
Tough luck, Big Julie.
Well, that means me. But I ain't through yet. I will now play on credit.
You see, Big Julie, the boys are pretty tired. Of course, me personally, I'm as fresh as a daisy, but...
Then I will play with you.
Me?
Yeah, you. You've been raking down out of every pot. You must have by now quite a bundle.
Well, being I assume the risk, it is only fair that I should assume some dough.
Detroit, I will roll you willy or nilly. And if I lose, I will give you my marker.
And if I lose,
You will give him cash.
let me hear from Big Julie.
You will give me cash.
Now I heard it.
Here's my marker. Get up the dough. Is anything wrong?
I owe you $1,000, signed X. How is it that you can write 1,000, but you cannot write your signature?
I was good in arithmetic, but I stunk in English.
Here, this'll put you through Harvard.
I roll you 1,000. And to change my luck, I will use my own dice.
Your own dice?
Yeah, I had them made especially for me in Chicago.
Big Julie, you cannot interpolate Chicago dice in a New York crap game.
That is a breach of etiquette.
Tell me where it says that in every post.
Not that I wish to seem petty, but could I at least see these dice? But these dice ain't got no spots on them. They're blank.
I had them taken off for luck. But I remember where the spots formerly was.
You're going to roll blank dice and call them from remembering where the spots formerly was?
Why not?
I see no reason.
A 10. My point is 10.
Still got a chance.
10, see? Come again, see? Ha! A 10. I win.
A 10?
A 6 and a 4.
Which is a 6 and which is a 4?
Either way, I am now rolling 2,000.
I just remembered. I'm eloping tonight. Adelaide's waiting for me.
Get up the dough.
How about letting some of the other guys in on the
After I'm through with you. Get it, put it down there. Ha! 11. I win.
What a surprise.
Detroit, I will now take it easy on you.
What do you mean?
I'm going to roll you for $1.
I'll take all of it.
Ha! Snake eyes. What do you know? I lose.
For this, I gotta bend down.
Detroit, I will now give you a chance. I'm gonna roll you for 3 G's.
3 G's?
Put it down there.
Wouldn't it be more convenient if I put it right into your pocket?
Ah, a 7. I win.
That cleans me.
Now I will play with you guys. No thanks.
Wait a minute, Big Julie. You gotta give me a chance to get even. I will roll you with my dice.
That sounds fair, but what are you gonna use for cash?
I will give you my marker.
And you want Big Julie to put up cash?
Nathan done it.
Sure, I done it. What kind of deal is this, anyway?
Just calm down, Nathan.
Him with his no-spot dice. Somebody ought to knock the spots off him.
Don't make Big Julie have to do something to you.
Yeah, I'm on my vacation.
Go ahead. Shoot me. Put me in cement. At least I would know where I am. Here I risk my neck to set up a crap game. I even promised to get married on account of it. Look how I wind up. Broke in a sewer. Believe me, my tough friend from Chicago, there's nothing you could do to me that would not cheer me up.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Well, fresh blood. You boys looking for some action?
Not at the moment, but I wish to speak to a few of you people.
We are not talking, we are shooting crap.
I'm asking for only 1 minute.
We are shooting crap.
It has to do with Miss Sarah Brown's mission.
Say, who is this guy?
The fellow I told you about took the mission down to Havana.
Oh, I get it. Look, buddy, why don't you go back to your praying tomato? You're slowing up the action around here.
Well, if you are looking for some action, would you care to make a small wager on a proposition?
What's the proposition?
Am I left-handed or right-handed?
Now, how would I know a thing like that?
I'll give you a clue.
Yes! Kindly return this to Sears Roebuck.
All right, look, you guys. Tonight at 409 West 49th Street at Miss Sarah Brown's mission, they're holding a midnight prayer meeting. Now, I promised I would deliver some sinners. And when it comes to sinning, you guys are high among the paint cards.
I don't want to spend no time in a hallelujah joint.
Well, if you won't do it as a favor to me, do it as a favor to yourselves. I guarantee the air in the mission smells cleaner than down here.
No, I don't think so.
And besides, why don't you learn something else besides how to make a 4 the hard way?
You've been reading the Bible too much.
Yeah.
So what? The Bible may not read as lively as a scratch sheet, but it's at least twice as accurate.
I don't think so.
Well, I tried. See you around, Nathan.
Okay, Sky, about that Havana business. I regret I temporarily do not have the $1,000 to pay you.
You don't have to pay me. You won.
But I thought you took Miss Sarah to Havana.
You thought wrong.
Big Julie, get up. I now have the dough to roll you again, but with my dice.
With those dice, you cannot make a pass to save his soul.
What'd you say?
I said, with those dice, you cannot make a pass to save his soul.
Well, maybe I can make a pass to save his. And yours. And yours. And yours. I'm going to roll the dice. And I'm going to bet each of you $1,000 against your souls. 1,000 cash against a marker for your souls. If I win, you'll show up at Miss Sarah Brown's mission tonight.
Let me get this. If we lose, we have to show up at the Mission Dolls Cabaret. And if we win, we get $1,000.
If I win, you show up at the Save a Soul mission, 1 meeting.
Okay by me?
Yeah, I got it, sure.
You too, Nathan. 1,000 against your soul.
I don't even know if I got one.
Got one someplace in there.
How do you spell soul?
Yes?
All right, give me the dice. And give me room.
Come on, chicken.
You've seen me roll for 100 G's. But I got a little more than dough riding on this one. They call you Lady Luck, but there is room for doubt. Sometimes you have a very unladylike way of running out. You're on this date with me. The pickings have been lush. And yet before the evening is over, you might give me the brush. You might forget your manners. You might refuse to stay. And so the best that I can do is pray. Luck be a lady tonight. Luck be a lady tonight. Luck if you've ever been a lady to begin with. Luck be a lady tonight. Luck let a gentleman see how nice a dame you can be. I've seen the way you've treated other guys you've been with. Luck be a lady with me. A lady wouldn't leave her escort. It isn't fair, it isn't nice. A lady wouldn't wander all over the room and blow on some other guy's dice. So let's keep the party polite. Never get out of my sight. Stick with me, baby, I'm the fellow you came in with. Luck be a lady. Luck be a lady. Luck be a lady tonight.
Luck be a lady tonight. Luck be a lady tonight. Luck if you've ever been a lady to begin with. Luck be a lady tonight.
Luck let a gentleman see.
Luck let a gentleman see.
How nice a dame you can be.
How nice a dame you can be.
I've seen the way you've treated other guys you've been with. Luck be a lady with me. A lady wouldn't flirt with strangers. She'd have a heart, she'd have a soul. A lady wouldn't make little snake eyes at me when I bet my life on this roll. So let's keep the party polite.
Let's keep the party polite.
Never get out of my sight.
Never get out of my sight.
Stick with me, baby. I'm the fellow you came in with. Luck be a lady.
Luck be a lady.
Luck be a lady.
Luck be a lady.
Luck
Will
be
you
a
roll? Will you what's the
lady.
matter? Roll the dice.
Tonight.
Coming out, coming out, coming out, coming out, right. Ha!
What I tell you, I'm not want to go to no prayer meeting.
Hey, Julie, you keep your mark here. If you welcome it, will cause no embarrassment. I'm sure you do. Do not cause me embarrassment.
But if it ever gets back to Chicago that I went to a prayer meeting, no decent person will talk to me.
Adelaide!
Oh, what a coincidence.
Adelaide, did nicely explain to you about tonight? I hope you ain't sore about it.
Oh, please let us not have a vulgar scene. We are a civilized people. We do not have to conduct ourselves like a slob.
Adelaide, what is this? You are my doll.
Your doll, if that weren't so amusing, one could laugh at it.
Sweetheart, baby, how can you carry on like this over one lousy elopement? Adelaide, please.
It's no use, Nathan. I have succeeded in your not being able to upset me no more. I've got you completely out.
Adelaide, baby, don't ever do that to me again. I can't stand it. We'll get married, we'll have a home. A little white house with a green fence, just like the Whitney colors.
Nathan, we gotta do it soon. I got another letter from my mother asking a lot of questions, and she put one in for you.
A letter for me? From your mother? Well, dear son Nathan, this is my first letter to you, although you have now been married to my daughter for 12 years. However, I feel like I know you from Adelaide's letters, and in my mind's eye, I can see you as you go down to work every morning at 7. What a responsibility it must be to be the assistant manager of the A&P. I'm not even the manager?
Oh, I was gonna promote you for Christmas.
I know you work hard to take care of Adelaide and your family and the 5 kids and the one that's on the way.
Mother wanted me to visit, so I had to tell her that.
Don't you know I can't have 6 kids on what they pay me at the A&P? I know you are a good man and will always take care of Adelaide. I feel like a heel.
Nathan, we can still make everything all right. It's not even midnight yet. It's 5 minutes to 12. Let's elope right now.
Okay, Adelaide. No, I can't.
Why not? Come on. Nathan, why can't we elope now?
Because I gotta go to a prayer meeting.
Nathan, that is the biggest lie you've ever told me.
But I promise you, it's true.
You promised me this, you promised me that, you promised me everything under the sun, then you give me a kiss and you're grabbing your hat, you're off to the races again. Think of the time gone by.
Adelaide,
And I
Adelaide.
think of the way I tried.
Adelaide.
I could honestly die.
Call a lawyer and sue me, What can you do me? I love you. Give a holler and hate me. Hate me. Go ahead, hate me. I love you.
Years of my life I was a fool to give to you.
All right already. I'm just a no-goodnik. All right already. It's true. So new. So sue me. Sue me. What can you do me? I love you.
Here, gamble there, you gamble on everything all except me, and I'm sick of you stalling and stalling around, telling you now that we're through. Think of the time gone by.
Adelaide,
Think
Adelaide.
of the way I tried.
Adelaide.
I could honestly die.
Serve a paper and sue me. Sue me. What can you do me? I love you. Give a holler and hate me. Hate me. Go ahead, hate me. I love you.
You wind up in jail. Don't come to me to bail you
All
out.
right already. So call a policeman. All right already. It's true. So new. So sue me. Sue me. What can you do me? I love
You're at it again, you're running the game. I'm not gonna play second fiddle to that, and I'm sick of you stalling and stalling around, telling you now that we're through. Think of the time gone by.
Adelaide.
And I think of the way I tried.
Adelaide.
I could honestly die.
Sue me. Sue me. Shoot bullets through me. I love you.
It is now several minutes past midnight. Isn't anyone coming? Sergeant Sarah, something is very wrong.
Maybe your watch is fast.
General, I know what's wrong. I'm wrong. I failed. I've spoken to these people day after day, but my words haven't reached them. Maybe you had better.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome.
All right, is everybody here? Where's Nathan Detroit?
Present.
Miss Sarah, here you are. 12 or more sordid sinners and their dolls. I'm sorry we did not have time to clean them up.
Won't you all have a seat?
Sit down. All of you.
I'd like to welcome all of you to the Save a Soul mission.
This isn't Roseland. It's a mission. I do not expect that you will indulge in any unpleasantness. Since I have to depart for Points West this evening, I'm appointing Nathan Detroit major domo in my place. Nathan, if anyone does not conduct himself according to Hoyle, they will have to answer to Sky Masterson personally, and that means in person.
What a remarkable young man.
So remember that, you guys. Brother Abernathy, your dice.
We're honored this evening. We're honored this evening. Tonight's meeting will be led by the leader of our organization, General Cartwright.
It is wonderful to see our mission graced by the presence of so many evil-looking sinners. Now, who would like to be the first to testify? Who would like to start the ball rolling by giving testimony?
Benny, give testimony.
I ain't no stool pigeon.
Come, brothers and sisters, I know it is difficult, but let one of you give testimony to the sin that is in their hearts.
Benny, tell him what a bum you are. Benny!
I used to be a bad person, a gambler. I ain't gonna do it no more. Thank you.
There, don't you feel better now?
All right.
Anyone else?
Big Julie.
Well, I used to be bad when I was a kid, but ever since then, I've gone straight, as I can prove by my record. 32 arrests and no convictions.
Harry. Harry the horse.
Like when Sky Masterson was rolling us for our souls.
I beg your pardon.
Sky Masterson, he rolled us $1,000 against our souls.
I don't think I understand.
I do, General. He means they are only here because Mr. Masterson won them in a dice game.
How wonderful. This whole meeting the result of gambling. It shows how good can come out of evil. Sergeant Sarah, you have done remarkable work.
Hasn't she, though?
Thank you.
Wait, I haven't finished my testimony yet. As I was saying, when Sky Masterson rolled us for our souls, I had wished I won the $1,000. Now that I'm here, I still wish it.
Anybody else?
We will now hear from Brother Nicely. Nicely Johnson. Brother Nicely. Nicely Johnson.
Get up, you fried piece of matzah.
Well, it happened kind of funny to me. Like a dream. Yeah, that's it, a dream.
Tell us, in your own words.
I dreamed last night I got on a boat to heaven, and by some chance I had brought my dice along, and there I stood, and I hollered someone fade me, but the passengers, they know right from wrong. For the people all said, sit down, you're rocking the boat.
People all said, sit down, you're rocking the boat.
And the devil will drag you under by the sharp lapel of your checkered coat. Sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down.
Sit down, you're rocking the boat.
I sailed away on that little boat to heaven, and by some chance found a bottle in my fist, and there I stood, nicely passing out the whiskey, but the passengers were bound to resist. For the people all said beware.
People all said beware.
Beware. People all said beware.
People all said beware.
You'll scuttle the ship, and the devil will drag you under by the fancy tie round to the good throw. Sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down. You're rocking the boat. And as I laughed at those passengers to heaven, a great big wave came and washed me overboard. And as I sank and I hollered, someone save me, that's the moment I woke up. Thank the Lord.
Thank the
Lord. And I said to myself, sit down.
Said to himself, sit down.
Sit down. Said to myself, sit down.
Said to himself, sit down.
You're rocking the boat. And the devil will drag you under.
Devil will
with
drag
his
you
sword,
under.
so that you never fall. Sit down.
Sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down, you're rocking the boat.
Sit down, you're rocking. Sit down, sit down, sit down,
you're rocking the boat. Sit down, you're rocking, sit down, sit down, sit down, you're rocking the boat. Sit down, you're rocking the boat. Is there anything we can do for you, Brother Brannigan? Maybe you would care to testify.
I'll do my testifying in court. Well, I will testify that you ran a crap game in the mission last night. Miss Sarah, you were there when they came out. You saw them. Aren't these the fellas?
I never saw them before in my life.
Now there's a right broad.
Now, if you don't mind, officer, we'd like to continue with our meeting.
I've never seen gamblers spend so much time in a mission. I guess that's why they call them holy rollers.
Thank you, Miss Sarah. People, I also have a confession to make. We did shoot crap here in the mission last night, and we're all real sorry, ain't we, boys?
Yeah.
I'm really sorry.
But I did another terrible thing. I made a bet with a certain guy that he could not take a certain doll away with him on a trip. And this I should not have done. Although it did not do any harm as I won the bet.
You won the bet?
Sure, the guy told me he did not take the doll away with him. I feel much better.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will now sing number 244, Follow the Pole.
On your chest and get plenty of rest, you can wisely wonder. But in spite of the quiet massages and diet, you still are gonna. When she gets the idea that the little church will always be round the corner, a person can develop a cold. Oh, hello.
Good evening.
I'm Miss Adelaide, the well-known fiancée.
Oh, yes. When are you getting married?
The 12th of Never.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Gee, I didn't even get close enough to the church to be left at. What do I tell my mother?
Oh, I'm sure your mother will understand. Just tell her your engagement is broken.
I'm afraid that might confuse her. Maybe I'll tell her Nathan is dead, and then see to it.
You mustn't carry hate in your heart, Miss Adelaide. Try to be forgiving, understanding, and the pain will go away. The Bible tells us in Isaiah.
You got a boyfriend named Isaiah, huh?
Isaiah was an ancient prophet.
Don't tell me. Nobody cries like that over an old guy. Whoever it is, you got it bad. I knew it the other night when I saw you with Sky Masterson. And you're not in love with Sky. Oh, you poor thing.
I thought I hated him.
I thought I hated Nathan. I still think I hate him. That's love.
Adelaide, can men like Sky ever change?
For 14 years, I thought how wonderful Nathan would be if he were different. But they just can't change.
I've often thought that way about Sky, too.
I've sat and pictured Nathan, my Nathan, by the hour, in a little home in the country. Happy. Gee, wouldn't it be wonderful?
Wouldn't it? If only Sky.
But they just can't change.
A little while ago, at our prayer meeting, there were a couple of gamblers that acted as if they could change.
But that doesn't mean that. Gamblers? At your prayer meeting? Was Nathan Detroit there?
I think I heard that name.
A darling little fellow with broken eyeglasses?
I think so.
How do you like that, Red? Just when he should have been lying, he's telling the truth. I'm so glad I'm through with him. And you should be glad you're through with Sky, too.
I am.
What are we, crazy or something? At Wanamaker's and Saks and Klein, a lesson I've been taught. You can't get alterations on a dress you haven't bought. From any vegetable market, from Borneo to Nome, you mustn't squeeze the melon till you get the melon home. You've simply got to gamble. You get no guarantee. Now doesn't that kind of apply to you and I?
You and me.
Why not?
Why not what?
Marry the man today, trouble though he may be, as much as he likes to play, crazy and wild and free. Marry the man today, rather than sigh and sorrow. Marry the man today and change his ways. tomorrow. Marry the man today.
Maybe he's leaving town.
Maybe he's leaving town.
Don't let him get away.
Don't let him get away.
Hurry and track him.
Hurry and track him and marry the man today. Give him the girlish laughter.
Give him your hand today and save the fist for after.
Slowly introduce him to the better things. Respectable, conservative, and clean.
Reader's Digest.
Guy Lombardo.
Rogers Beaver.
Golf.
Galoshes.
Ovaltine. Marry the man today. Rather than science. Marry the man today and train him subsequently.
Carefully expose him to domestic life. And if he ever tries to stray from you, have a pot roast.
Have a headache.
Have a baby.
Have 2, 6, 9. Marry the man today. Rather than sigh and sorrow. Marry the man today and change his way and change his way. Change his way and change his way and change his ways tomorrow.
Give me a late paper.
Nathan, come on, we're waiting for you.
Wait a minute. I'm waiting on the lieutenant.
Nathan,
Lieutenant.
close up the newsstand. We're getting married.
Come on, is this wedding gonna take place in Raymond? I paid $50 for this messy theater.
Nathan, come on!
Gee, Adelaide picked the busiest time of the day.
So where's the wedding?
Holy smoke!
What's the matter?
I forgot to get a place for the wedding.
Nathan.
Maybe you could use the Fillmore garage.
Brothers and sisters, life is one big crap game. And the devil is using loaded dice.
Brother Masterson,
Yes, Brother Detroit?
could Adelaide and I get married at your mission tonight?
Certainly. I married Brother Masterson and Sister Sarah. I'd be glad to do the same for you.
Congratulations, Nathan. I'll lay you 8 to 5. You'll be very happy.
What Obadiah means is,
Obadiah?
he wishes you every happiness, and so do I.
Thank you very much. We're going to be very happy. Nathan and I are going to live in a home in the country. He'll be sitting beside me every single night.
See a God, your stars in the sky. You can bet that it's somehow. When you saw the God waiting on the
for the presentation on behalf of the cast and crew. Donnie Masson, are you here? Donnie's our director. He's worked zillions of hours the last, God, it feels like years. Here comes Donnie in the booth. Donnie Masson.
We'd also like to give flowers to Kevin. Kevin's our wonderful piano player. He was the choreographer for this whole show. He's been just wonderful. He's awesome. Thanks, Kevin. I'd also like to thank the woman behind the scenes who's done a lot of work on the ad book and a lot of stuff behind the scenes. And Marley.